And welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is King's Chaos bringing you. I'm sorry, scratch that. Let's do this again. Welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is King's Chaos bringing you your weekly dose of chaos in the morning. It's implied by the name. I'll think of a better intro, 50-ish episodes into the series. Hi, how are you guys?
Hi. I'm
Spooky.
I'm
Okay.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. If you don't know those voices by now, that is Emol McCormack
Hi.
and Zuniga. I think I got the names right this time.
I'm actually Emily's
Yes.
segment host.
Yes, this is Emily's segment host, which anybody who specifically watches only King's Chaos doesn't understand that.
Lame. Do
Thank you for calling out the audience.
What? Kyle's lame?
Sorry.
All right. We've got no plan today, but that's really no different from
Every show?
bingo.
Oh.
So how are you guys doing? I had a lot of things to talk about, and just the last 5 minutes I forgot all
Very
of them.
spooky.
That's
Yeah.
valid. Brain gone, head empty.
No thoughts.
No
No
thoughts.
No brain
No
cell.
prayers.
So how is
and
everybody?
bring
How's
back
everybody
no
doing?
longer there.
At the time of this going live, yesterday was Valentine's Day. I don't know if that means anything to any of us.
Well,
We're all lonely.
Single
Aw.
Pringles.
Woo!
I don't know. I had a lot of Valentine's Day lollipops. Those are lovely.
Someone had the audacity to text me Happy Valentine's Day, knowing that I'm single.
Jeez, I think it would be worse if you were. I don't know. I all I know is I got sleep last night, which is a rarity when it comes to Tuesdays.
Wow.
Because of
went
the
to sleep
buzz.
like at 2.
Imagine. I went to sleep at 3.
That is your own fault.
I know. I'll own up to it and I'll do it again.
No,
Where are you?
you need to stop,
No.
and I need to be able to hear you.
No, you don't.
Nobody, Kyle's
You don't need to
struggling.
hear me.
I'm always struggling, Marty.
So
Oh.
sad.
So yeah, we have a
but-
topic today, I think.
We do.
No.
Did I tell you guys a topic? I texted the group chat, right?
Deja vu?
Yes.
Well,
Did I? Did we already do this one?
No.
I can't remember.
Or did we? It feels like it.
Thank you, Emo.
I got it.
It took me like a second. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a fun place to hang out here today. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed because I think last episode was probably our best one to date. So like, it's so hard to top it.
Me
where do we
already
go
forgetting what
from
we did last
here?
week.
We talked. It was going to be origins names, and then Shake's like, "I got this."
Why are you standing like
Villain origins. And so we talked about what would be our villain origin stories, and it just brought the episode up from like maybe a 6 to an 11.
an 11 out of 10?
Oh, and then Ben came in and was like, "Hey, what if we were the MCU?"
When
And I don't think we have a definite answer on that one yet.
when
We
Kyle
did.
turns it up to 11.
So welcome to your weekly recap of what happened last week.
Previously on
remember
King's
what happened
Chaos.
last week.
There was, so we were talking, I like doing this thing where I take things we missed out on the morning buzz and bringing them into this show. So a
Mhm.
big thing we were talking about was best theme songs or best TV theme songs we've heard, which, I mean, we all went down quite a nostalgia trip. And then I was ousted for not watching certain shows.
Why?
show was
He's
it?
never seen Zoe 101.
I'm not a
Have
big,
you
I was
seen
not a
Zoe
big fan
101?
of live action shows as
Wait
a
a minute.
child.
Hold on. You've never seen Zoe 101?
Thanks, Emol.
That's just so
What was the other show? I know
unfortunate.
there was another show.
Full House, Zoe 101, George
I-
Lopez.
Okay,
don't
first
know
of all,
Fresh Prince.
Don't
All
know
right,
how you
I-
do
Everybody
that.
hates Chris. Everybody loves Raymond.
I'll
Fuller
allow
House.
I'll allow the
Oh,
other ones,
no.
but I would not allow George Lopez and
Sorry.
what was the other one? I forgot
Zoe
the other one.
101.
No, not Zoe 101. There was another one you said.
Ned Declassified.
No,
Oh,
I already forgot the other one now.
okay.
At a
Well, I
point.
saw Victorious and iCarly.
Okay, good. I loved
What do you
Victorious.
mean?
Victorious is up until a certain season, it's good.
All I'm gonna say is Jade. That's
Yeah.
all I got. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jade is my favorite
She's-
character. They just
the
made her too
reason-
angry at the end.
I am the
Yeah.
person I am.
She's supposed to
today.
be edgy, not, I don't know, violent. I don't know.
I met Victoria Justice twice at least.
Don't you?
Yeah,
Weren't you the
that's
one who
kinda
had a picture with
funky.
somebody famous? And you were like,
Somebody,
once told me.
the world was gonna roll. As soon as I said it, I heard. I have pictures with both Victoria Justice and Ariana Grande before she became big.
Kyle,
I'm
get
a
out.
bit of a hipster.
Kyle, get out. I'm
Wow.
tired of this.
I knew them
What?
before they were cool.
What? Annabelle is not the only one here who can name drop. Of course, I'm
I-
sure they don't remember me at all.
I could name
They're
drop
like, who was that
obscure
random
people.
small pale kid that we took pictures with?
The nerd with the glasses. We should have beat him up.
Stop. Get some-
Is it wrong? Is that wrong to
Stop
say
it,
like
get some help.
okay?
Wait,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I could only name drop obscure people.
Oh yeah, like Palais Royale.
Palais Royale.
Palais
Youngblood.
Royale's merch guy, Austin.
I love Austin. Austin's not listening right now, but he's so cool.
I-
He has a fun collection of vintage Disney villain clothing. And he was wearing it. He has a tattoo of Maleficent. He's just so cool.
I want a
And
tattoo.
I have a favorite merch guy. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't
I'll own up to it.
get over the fact that Emol is on a first name basis with a merch guy. from
He doesn't
Tor.
know me that well.
Aw, I'm
Nah,
sorry.
I'll work on it though.
You're on the first name
he's very
basis with
sweet.
him.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, I don't know his last name.
Austin, what's up?
Austin, what's
Yeah.
up? Nah, I think he's really cool, and I love Palais Royale. And he actually got me to the front of the line when they did like their meet and greet thing after.
Hey,
Yeah,
This
he was-
weekend?
No, at
Oh.
Warped Tour in 2018.
Imagine going to Warped Tour.
Oh, I guess
I'm sorry.
Imagine
I'm
going to
sorry. I
places.
love Warped Tour so much, and I only went for 3 years.
Oh,
that's-
better
I
than
know, I
my
know.
0.
I know, but it's like it's become my personality just because it was really cool,
Kyle
and I
took that
kind of wish that
personally.
it would come back. But at the
I'm
same
not
time,
big on tours, but I would love to go to a festival.
you would have loved Warped Tour.
I'm sorry. Do you see me? Any tour I would fold like paper.
Nobody, Kyle folding
Oh.
my paper.
No, but that's how I discovered Ice Nine Kills was at Warped Tour. They played at the same stage that Motionless did, and I just remember Spencer in a trench coat in the heat of July. And I was like, you know what? I felt that.
Dedication.
I mean, because there wasn't like a single person at Warped that wasn't wearing black. So already we were kind of at a disadvantage because sun.
Maybe they should have
sun.
Warped Tour in like the dead of winter in like the middle of Alaska.
Honestly,
All the
I'm
all the
not-
edgy kids.
I
would
wouldn't be
go.
against it. All the edgy kids in the comfortable weather. I would personally love like fall. Like that would be really good.
Fall is
but
nice.
they
I
do
can't say
that-
anything. I would wear my jean jacket to Warped Tour because I naturally wear it
yeah.
during the summer anyway.
However, I will say there's only ever been one instance in my recent life where I haven't worn boots, and it was Warped Tour. I do not wear sneakers. I could say with confidence I have not worn sneakers since 2019.
What if a basketball game breaks out?
Basketball.
Why would I
boots.
play?
I don't know. That's always my dad's thing.
Oh, sorry.
He wears
Dad.
these pool shoes that are like not flip flops, so they wrap around your entire foot. And he's like, "I'm ready if a basketball game breaks out," and he's not wrong.
I respect that.
I find that
But
funny.
I
What if
am
a
not
basketball game breaks out?
Regardless of attire, I am never prepared for a basketball game.
Why do you need tires for a basketball game?
Dude.
I stay away from basketball.
I'm full of the
games.
bad jokes this morning.
I stay away from basketball games because the basketball always hits my face somehow.
Valid.
When I went to summer camp, I think there was like a weekly basis
went
where
to
I was
summer
hit in the
camp?
face with a ball. Yes, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure we've established this.
I went to
People
summer
wait,
camp.
wait.
You might have
Going
been
to
asleep.
summer camp is like an actual thing. I thought that was only
Yeah.
something that happened on Friday the 13th.
What?
Going to summer camp.
Sorry, it was a day camp, so it's not like it wasn't a sleepaway camp.
I did the same.
We went home at like 5:00.
Why does that sound kind of cool? I never
It
been.
wasn't.
I never been to that.
It was dirty.
It
My summer
was-
camp was my backyard.
It was a living anti-heaven, as Kenny would say.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Haven't.
yeah. Heaven. That's probably I like that one more.
Hey, thank you.
But
Sorry,
me
Kenny.
and 4 friends, I'm sorry, me, my sister, and I don't know if I've ever brought up the family friends before.
Please do tell.
well, they're called the. I'm not gonna name drop them. Sorry, guys.
Just say
Love
the
you.
family friends.
Shout out to insert name here.
Yeah. So the family friends, we met them on vacation once. We've become long-term friends with them. But their children also went to the camp. None of us no longer go there. And now whenever we're together, the kids are just like, hey, parents, remember when you made us go to that horrible place? Thanks.
You know, actually, this makes me think of the Simpsons episode where like they go to Krusty Land, not Krusty Land, when they go to a camp.
Camp Krusty.
Yeah, Camp Krusty, and it's like the worst thing ever, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much
funny.
that. So that's small topic.
Anyway.
That's a small
You know what's
talk.
funny? None of us talked about deja vu yet.
No, but I would like to read this one quote from Nate from the Discord.
Hi, Nate.
Basketball isn't emo, Kyle.
Exactly. Therefore, I cannot participate.
Well, what if we
I'm
make it
glad
emo?
Nate under.
How so?
I don't know. Turn out the lights.
Turn down for what?
So deja vu. Here's the thing. I can't name like a specific instance of deja vu
I
Why is
experience
this your
deja vu
theme?
all the time.
because it was fate, and then I just tacked deja vu onto it.
All right.
But there have been these instances recently where I'm having these conversations and there's this one line of dialogue that somebody says and be like, I've had this entire conversation before exactly as it goes. I can't remember specifically, but it happened like last week. I think I was talking like JT or someone. And I just realized I'm far from the mic. I was talking to JT or someone and like he said something and I'm like, didn't we do this exact thing
Mhm.
once, like a little bit? Here's the thing. It very much could just be like, oh, I was dreaming this exact conversation. But then again, that begs the question, why did I dream that exact conversation?
Why are you dreaming of JT? I mean, I'm not gonna
I
stop
didn't
you, but
know it was Jay. It's the thing about the dream is you don't know who's saying it. You just hear a line of dialogue.
oh,
And
I
everything
remember
clicks.
You know
who
what's
says
weird, though?
everything.
With my deja vu is like that whole moment, or even sometimes it's like the whole day. I feel like this has happened before, beat by beat. It's like weird,
It's such a weird feeling.
even though I've never experienced it before.
I don't know if I have like the actual thing, but like I said, those
Unless we're time
conversations.
travelers and we don't know it.
that
I'm a
is-
time travel source. Trust me.
Time Emol.
Time emo. Time segment host. Continue.
Emily segment host.
Sorry, I keep.
Look, well, okay. You know
Shut
what?
up, Morning Buzz. I'm sorry.
Fine,
Fine.
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 You're right. You're Emily segment host now.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Speaking of
We
losing
all
my
are.
mind.
That's the point of the show.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours of just pure chaos, kind of.
Good.
I want to bring up fate, but I also want to bring up a possible. So since we're on the topic of deja vu, why? Like, what explanations do you have for it?
We live in a simulation.
That's true.
And whoever's playing decided, oh, I didn't like where that was going. Let's do it again. From the
Stupid
top.
kid.
Wait, what? That's not deja vu.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes.
deja vu in that sense would be like, oh, I really like how that turned out. Let's do it again.
No.
Yes.
No, there's a piece of it that was like, oh, this went right. So let's keep that line. They're just editing the script.
What?
That's very spooky.
Thank you. Thank you. You don't have purple hair, you won't understand.
Yeah, Kyle.
I'll fix that.
Get a purple streak and then you can join us.
No.
It's like a little
no.
single hair.
I don't have the hair that would allow for a streak.
What do you, I mean, yeah, just put
that's
one
true.
curl into purple.
I'm not.
I don't
No.
know.
You can
I
work.
think you gotta go all in actually.
I say like a dark
I don't.
color.
I don't see it. It would not work.
I think
My
it
hair
would.
does not lend itself to be
Or like a dark blue.
dyed.
A dark. I agree.
No.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
I
bring
just-
hair dye one day, and we're just gonna be like, Kyle, today is the day.
Yeah, sure. Good luck getting away with that.
I mean, it'll be a temporary one, like a spray or something.
No, I mean like
It'll be temporary.
good luck getting away with that in the studio. You
Not
won't just
in the
winked at
studio.
me.
I once dyed my friend's hair in the brand new bathroom of the auditorium at Dumont High School.
Oh.
And it
Did
went-
you wear gloves that time, or did you dye your hands orange again?
I dyed my hair pink. My hands pink actually.
But isn't
I
pink easier to
don't
come out
need
than orange?
Gloves.
Do you?
I lied. I think I used one glove.
Kyle,
Well,
are you okay?
No,
Um,
I have something to say, but it's gonna sound really mean, so I'm not gonna.
Go for it.
I
Let's
was
hear
gonna
it.
ask if you've ever made a responsible decision in your life. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I don't. I don't mean it.
Sure you don't.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm just really referring to your abhorrent sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Can
I
somebody
thought that-
fact check me and make sure that was the right word to
Isn't
say?
it abhorrent?
It might be abhorrent.
What did you just call?
I just abhorrent is when you have a really
No.
bad ab workout routine.
Oh yeah, couldn't be me. Anyway.
Anywho.
Speaking of, I would say in my weird sleep schedule, aka there is
Weird.
no sleep schedule. I've probably had several moments of deja vu, but that's probably
Oh.
because I feel like every single day is the same day. Like I just take a little nap in between, and sometimes it gets dark outside.
You know what I did once?
And so I feel like every day
Mhm.
is kind of the same, and I just keep doing the
Emo,
same.
my goodness.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm alive and I'm drinking a monster.
That-
And hi, mom.
Those two statements contradict each other.
You know what I did
What?
one time? I went to sleep at sunrise and then I woke up
What?
at sunset and I was very confused.
I went to sleep during the night and then I woke up and it was still night.
I once
That's the
woke up at
statement.
6 p.m. thinking it was 6 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to school.
Oh, that's very weird.
And my
when that
parents
happens.
full on
Yeah.
let me get dressed and then walk
Oh.
outside. They stopped me when I got to the front of my house.
Wow.
I walked out. Okay, so this is a story. This might come up on a different show and be the exact same for a different person. I haven't decided yet, or if it comes up. When I was 3 years old, so the house with the first house I grew up in, it was everything on the first floor, and then my parents' bedroom was upstairs. So I was a polite child. As a 3-year-old, I would go up to the bottom of the stairs and say, "Mom, can I come up?" Because that's what you do as a child.
I mean, was it the only room up there?
Yeah, it was just the entire second floor was just the master bedroom.
Oh, I was like, wait, what do you mean you have to ask to go up?
Yeah. So I did that one morning. I'm sorry, not one morning, like early morning, like Emol bedtime morning, 3 a.m.
Hi.
And so I did that and nobody answered. 3-year-old me might have been polite. He wasn't smart. So I'm like, oh, they left. They're not up there. So I wander around the first floor a bit, like, where did they go? My brilliant head decided, like, maybe they went outside. Keep in mind, it's pitch black out. It's like 3 a.m. So I go to the backyard, just open the door, step outside. And my parents, because we had an alarm system, so opening the door tripped the alarm. And so my parents woke up unaware of what's going on. They thought someone's breaking in. My dad's coming down with a bat. And I'm just outside
Wow.
like, hey, where'd you guys go?
Oh my God.
And here's the thing. I remember that.
Wow.
I remember that vividly.
Wow.
So forget about deja vu and fate. We're talking about just weird things now. We're talking about mysteries of the unknown.
Wait, why can I imagine that? A very small Kyle just outside, hey, where'd you guys go?
I can picture him doing that now, actually.
You guys didn't answer. I thought you left.
And then your parents just like grounded you for life.
No, they're like, what are you doing?
My parents would have grounded me for life at 3.
Also, my mom is saying, tell her, Kyle. I am assuming that's about my horrible sleep schedule.
Oh, yes. I have Jody on my side. Go to sleep. Please.
Kyle's elbows like
can't
just in the
stop.
air.
It's not good, Marty.
I have
None of us sleep, Kyle.
No. Hers is specifically bad.
I
You
have-
texted me last night being like, oh, if you look out your window, you'll see me going home.
Who said I went to sleep though?
I'm just assuming.
No, when I go home, you don't go to sleep, especially since my roommate came
Well,
back. We were
it's-
talking.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
I thought I was gonna come back to my roommate dead asleep, and instead she sprung up and we started talking. I was like, oh, okay. That's cool, I guess.
I only went back early because
Imagine talking to your roommate.
I felt
I
bad because
wouldn't
my
talk to
roommate
you.
was. She's like, "There's nobody here because I'm never in my apartment because I'm always here."
You could talk.
And
to
she's
your
like, "There's nobody here." I was like, "Maybe I should go back."
We had a conversation,
But
me and
would
my
you-
roommate last night.
Yeah.
It went about how every other one of our conversations goes. Hey, what's up? Not much. You. Cool. That was it.
I suppose it do be like
Kyle
that
and his
sometimes.
roommate.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just call him up.
I will admit I did talk to him a little more that night where Denalo kind of had some issues.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, bigger technical difficulties than usual. I texted him, I'm like, hey, are you okay, dude? Because I'm like, if the building's on fire, I at least want to know my roommate's okay. I might not talk to him, but like,
But
Wow,
survival.
Kyle cares.
yeah, it's called basic human decency.
So sweet.
Yeah.
So we're talking about childhood bad
sweet.
decisions.
Nah, just like strange things that have happened, like deja vu and other strange
I have-
things. Like I can't explain why I thought, hey, maybe my parents are outside in the backyard at 3 a.m.
I have
That's
a
the next
slight
one.
similar story. but
outside
I
in the
was younger.
backyard, 3 a.m. with the
Kyle was the
Yeah, I thought they were cooking beans.
Kyle, you weren't looking for your parents, you were looking for beans.
hello parents.
Was my I don't even think my sister was born yet at that time. If I was 3, then
Kyle's trying to do big math here.
it would depend on the month. If I was 3, it would depend on what month it happened.
making bad decisions.
I have a similar story. When I was that
Thank you,
big.
Emol.
You're
Um,
welcome.
How old was I think I was like 1 or 2, something like crawling age. And my mom, this is when
This
we
is
spent
the
a short period of
crawling
time in Texas. So my mom is just like talking to her mom. They're just like chatting and whatnot. And you just hear my sister going to my mom, pulling on her. She's like, baby, baby. And my mom's just like, that's nice. Go play over there. And then my sister comes back. She's like pointing at like at a door. She's like, look, baby, baby. And my mom's just like, what? So she just sees me crawling out the house into the street. And she's like, oh my gosh. So she runs outside and she grabs me. She's like, when did you get outside?
That's just Pet
And
Cemetery.
the thing is, it was like it was one of those hot days. So I was like crawling on the hot ground.
Pet Cemetery.
Because Texas gets so hot. We did this before when I vacationed in Texas for like a week.
We've done this
We
before.
we got an egg and we cracked it on the ground and we like cooked
Yeah.
an egg outside. That's
wouldn't
how
eat
hot it
that,
is.
That's
but
I
me
mean,
in
we
the
wouldn't eat
summer.
it. We
Okay.
just cooked it to see what would happen.
What's up?
That's me in the summer when I go outside.
You cook like
You're an egg?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
Thank you, Kyle.
I just tan like burnt toast. That's just what I do.
Just burnt toast tan.
You know what I mean? That like it turns like very dark brown.
Yeah.
That's me in the summer.
I tan like a tomato.
I get whiter in the summer because I'm wearing a jean jacket year
No,
round.
Kyle, in the summer you have to bundle up because you will blind everybody in your view.
The
Honestly,
light just refracts off me. I'm the reason there are rainbows.
I've been there. Actually, yes.
I am a prism.
I am a prism.
I bend the very light around me.
Oh my goodness. Yesterday I was in a Zoom meeting and
Is this a weird occurrence?
no, it's just me being pale.
Oh, yesterday
I was with Marty and the light was just near the camera and I went near the camera and it was just so bright.
overexposed.
every time she got closer, like you start seeing less parts of her face because it's getting brighter and brighter.
Oh my goodness, I should show you guys pictures from my Sweet 16 where the flash was just far too bright and you could barely see my facial features.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
coming of age
Okay,
parties.
so my phone does this thing where it gives me like 3 Discord messages, even though that's not what everyone said. So I just
Discord
opened
messages.
Discord and I see from Nate looking for Kyle's parents at 3 a.m. gone wrong.
Hi Nate.
That was now.
Hi Nate, how are you?
Followed up by so Kyle's getting quoted. So that's fun. So Emol, besides being pale, do you have any other weird
Oh my gosh.
occurrences?
You're
There's
so-
nothing there.
Do I have weird occurrences?
Like, do you have anything that's happened to you that you're just like, I remember it, but I don't know why it happened. I don't know what I was
Mhm.
thinking. Something like that. It's a hard thing
Um,
to explain, much like,
yeah,
yeah.
just much like me as a being. Hard to explain. I don't really know, but off the top of my head, oh, the band-aid came off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Off the top of my head, I remember when I was younger, I had a group of friends over at my house, and we were convinced that my house was haunted. And I don't know if I'm convinced that it isn't, But like,
Cool.
Yeah.
Never going over to your house.
okay.
Sorry, I don't do well with ghosts.
I don't know how to explain it, but we were all convinced that we were being haunted. And I wish I remembered specific details, but it was like, lights going off when like no one was there and stuff. But I feel like it hasn't really happened when those friends weren't over. So I'm convinced that they brought ghosts over. So they're actually the haunted ones, and maybe maybe the ghost just visits me every so often because I
Hi,
liked my hair or
Tyler,
something.
Jim, sleep paralysis demon.
And there was another time where my friend Jessica slept over, and she was one of the other people. But it was only her that slept over, and there were like weird noises going on throughout my entire house, and like everyone was sleeping. And so what we did was we decided that we had to defend ourselves. So we got you guys had those giant pencils?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had like 2 of them, and we both had the pencils, and we were marching around my
That'll
house.
do him.
Yeah, we're gonna stab a ghost.
Get 'em.
And so that was our
You were
plan.
gonna erase him.
I'm gonna me hoy me
Oh my god.
That was our exact plan, and I wish I remembered more details of it, but it was a lot of like, how did this light go on, and where's like things
Well,
falling
you
that
see, when
shouldn't
you
have
flip a
been.
light switch, it completes a circuit which sends electricity to the
Kyle,
bulb.
turn your mic off.
No.
This will be the Madi and Emol show. Emol, let's just ignore him.
Yeah.
So Emol, how was your
Hi,
day?
welcome to Purple Chaos.
Welcome to Purple Chaos. That
Yeah.
should be the name.
And we're gonna talk about
Both your mics just malfunctioned. That's unfortunate.
Kyle's unfortunate.
Ouch.
hey yo. Anyway, back to Purple Chaos.
I used to scream in my
Anyway.
sleep.
You do that when you're awake too.
I used to sleepwalk.
Really?
I love the song Sleepwalking by Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes, good song.
Yes.
I once
But-
sleepwalked almost into my basement.
Speaking of music,
What?
wait, no, should we unpack that?
What did you say?
I was gonna say speaking of music, and then I'm gonna talk about Deja Vu by Glass Animals and also Deja Vu by Sleeping with Sirens because it fits the theme. Sleepwalking, but sleeping with sirens.
I used to scream in my sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I still do it.
We'll
I don't know.
We'll just have to wait until the one day Kyle.
I- What?
So sad. Anyway,
So yeah, what was it?
even though your mic was off.
Of course, that didn't make it because your mic was off.
But that
But
was
the
really
fir-
funny. Should I repeat it?
Yes, please.
I just got dumped the day after Valentine's Day.
That's a radio joke for those of you who don't understand. So yeah, according to my parents and my friends, I used to scream in my sleep. I screamed in my sleep
Mhm.
at my friend's house, sleeping over, and I scared his older brother.
What kind of things did you
I've
just
heard this story before.
scream, or
I
did you
think
say
there are
things?
some instances where I've just straight out screamed, and other instances
Great.
where I've had straight up conversations with my mom, and I don't remember them.
Via scream? You
No,
screamed?
no.
He just screams at his mom in the middle of the night.
Hi, Mom! It's 3 a.m. I want beans. Kyle,
if
are you
she's
asleep?
listen-
I'm asleep.
If she's listening, she can let me know if that's how it happened. I don't think it was.
She's
Imagine
listening,
Kyle's
I'm
mom
so
can't confirm
sorry.
he did want beans at 3 a.m.
But the one story I do remember specifically of screaming in my sleep, I was at my friend's house sleeping over, and I was on the floor. No different
Naturally.
from now. No, it was. I think
Nothing
it was.
has
I think it was
changed.
like an air mattress. So,
All right, if you
On the
say
floor.
so.
on the floor. So my friend's in his bed, which is higher, so he's above me, and I'm on the floor, and I scream. And he grabs a remote. He's about to hit whatever made that noise until he realizes it's me. And then his older
Okay.
brother comes running into the room. He's like, "What was that?"
Beans.
And
No,
my
he
friend
just
just
does
goes,
that.
my friend just goes, "It's Kyle, go back to sleep. It's fine."
He just does that.
It's just the usual.
He just does that.
He's
some-
being quirky right now.
He's
Funky
being
and
fun
fresh.
funky and fresh, as Kyle always is.
Yeah.
Mm.
For some reason I'm slowly starting to lose it. And I think I'm sitting in front of the cause right now.
So be it.
I meant both of you.
Oh,
I
I'm
know.
included in this.
Yeah, sorry.
It's the purple hair. Become one of us.
One
No.
of us. One of us.
One of
One
us.
of
one
us.
of- Time stood still. The
Okay.
way it did before.
I'm
Just
scared.
like I'm sleepwalking.
Listeners, you don't have to be here, but I'm in the room with these two, and I'm concerned for myself. Hi guys. Are you good?
Hi, Oliver Sykes.
If you're listening, like, cool.
Oliver Sykes, if you're listening right now, no, you ain't.
All right, so let's recap.
No.
I've
No cap.
I've been filming 3 a.m. YouTube videos since I was a child. Marty recreated Pet Cemetery by crawling out onto a highway.
That makes sense.
Emol is just
Yeah.
playing Phasmophobia in real life with pencils. And I'm a metal singer in my sleep.
Kyle, similar to you, I actually used to talk in my sleep too. I would have phone conversations with my sister, and she'd be like, "Dude, what are you talking about?"
See? And you don't remember them at all, do you?
Some of them I do.
Uh,
Do I remember it right now in this moment? No.
I don't think I remember any of them.
I do remember about me sleepwalking though. I used to do that a lot. I like I said earlier, I almost sleepwalked into my basement.
Yeah.
I remember this like vividly, even though like I said, I'm asleep. I would just start walking. And then I remember opening the basement door. And I just remember taking almost like one step down, and then like my uncle, because he slept in the living room, he like grabbed me. He just like, "Can you not?" And he put me back to bed. I don't know what's wrong with me though. I just like,
Jeez.
you know what? I think it's my
So
sense
wait,
of adventure.
Do you remember sleepwalking into the basement?
Yes, I just said describe
Oh.
the moment. What I just said what happened.
Sorry.
But were you asleep though? How do you?
I think I was asleep, but like not asleep.
Well,
like
you are
more-
very conscious when you're asleep.
Were you like?
You can hear when you pass out during
can
like
hear-
boss level, you can hear whatever we're saying.
I can hear
Oh.
Or
if,
so you claim.
if I am in a deep sleep, then I can't hear you. But if I'm like asleep in a way, I can hear everything in my surrounding area, which helps me pass classes when I'm sleeping in class. I can hear the
Man,
entire
I
lecture.
can't relate. But now I want to talk
Um,
about sleeping in class because that's about a weekly occurrence for me.
Nobody.
That's
Kyle's
a
sleeping in
concern.
class.
Not even I do that. I stay.
I
awake
sleep
the
in my
whole
class
time.
all.
That's because you drink an unhealthy amount of caffeine.
I only have monsters once a week.
What was that, Kyle? That thing you just did?
I'm very animated.
So anyway,
Oh, I get it because you're an
um,
animation major.
Yes.
Were
you gonna say something?
Why do you sleep in class? Wake up.
I just have a problem. Like this has been a long running problem since high school.
I do
Like-
the same thing.
I cannot sit still too long without passing out. Probably why I do this.
That's
In
valid.
With the
class,
arms.
I
With
do
the
one of
arms.
these. Like when you put your head down, you go, "I'm awake."
That's another thing. I
do
just
that.
remembered now. I had a very vivid dream. Like this is when I was dozing off in one of my classes. I had a very vivid dream that my friend like walked past me out of the room during class. And then I kind of like snapped back to consciousness and he wasn't there. And I'm like, I asked him, like, did you leave the room during class? He's like, no. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
are you sure?
Being that level of tired is terrifying.
It's not even tired.
is.
It's just like, I don't know if
Just
it's tired
not-
being bored. It just,
You're just not
Ow.
there.
yeah.
Have you have you guys experienced sleep paralysis?
I have.
I
and
don't
it's
think I ever have.
It's terrifying.
I have. I honestly didn't realize that I do as often as I do
Really?
because I used to think that it was just hallucinating, which I think I do as well.
That's not good.
No,
I see that.
but I don't know. I guess I didn't really recognize that that's what it was, but I actually have like a recent memory within the last like week of like I was very conscious of everything that was happening around me, but I couldn't move at all.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
was like, whoa.
I felt that.
I was talking about it with Kelly, shout out Kelly, and she was asking me about, she's like, do you ever experience this? And I was like, I don't think so. And then from then on, I noticed that I do actually.
So sleep paralysis is like when you can't move, you start like hearing things and like
Mhm.
Basically,
seeing figures.
your mind is awake, but your body
Yeah.
isn't.
I don't think I
Yeah.
could ever I would be so scared.
See,
I've never done that.
I
However, I do get this, like, I don't think this is sleep paralysis, but like I wake up in the morning and like I just can't move. Like my body is like, okay, time to get up. No, I'm sorry. My mind is like, okay, we're awake, time to get up. My body's just like, we don't know how to respond to that.
That
isn't
sounds like sleep paralysis.
that sounds like sleep paralysis.
Oh, I
That
thought it
sounds
would
like some
happen.
level of it.
Mine-
Yeah,
mine is
I thought it
different.
always had to include like seeing things.
Oh no, mine is different. Mine is that the only time I get sleep paralysis is when I have a very terrifying nightmare, and then not only do you just wake up from a terrifying
Oh.
nightmare, you can't move.
I hate that.
Except I don't get the demons. I don't see the demons. I just stay very still, and then I just can't move, and that's just more terrifying because I'm like, I can't escape from the place where I just had a very scary nightmare.
Yeah.
And, those are
And when your
spooky.
you're having a nightmare and your body does the falling thing.
Oh
I
my
hate
No,
goodness.
that
I
doesn't,
hate
that doesn't
it.
happen to me when I'm sleeping. That happens to me when I'm sleeping in class. And then you're like
Oh.
sleeping on your desk.
Oh,
and then you
I've
just
never
like,
done that. My head
I
just
have.
bobs all over. Like
no, I do that.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
it's
stay
so
awake. I don't know
hard.
how none of the teachers ever noticed.
you know
it
what's
or
funny?
just say
I used
nothing.
to, when I used to go to the place of church where, religion happens,
The
I did that all the time.
when you
in
used to go
church.
to church.
I used to have it to me all the time in church because
Yeah.
we would either be the night one in Spanglish or the morning one in English. Either one we went to, I would just sit there and they're just talking about the Bible and gospel and things, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
My mom just be like, stop sleeping in church, and I'm like, I don't even know what they're saying right
Have
now.
you ever had like a nightmare or dream so realistic you've gotten confused?
No,
Yes.
I've
Like,
had
I've
it,
had-
except I thought it was real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this tells you a lot about me, but I've had like several or like one or two nightmares where I dreamed about missing the bus to school. And then I wake up, I'm like, oh no, I missed the bus. I'm gonna be late. I'm like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. That was just a dream.
Those are
Okay,
crap.
we're going.
That's a terrifying nightmare to you.
Yes.
My
Well,
terrifying
because it
nightmares
Being
messes-
are
early and punctual
worse.
is important.
Well, it's scary because then it also messes up your reality.
Yeah.
I've done that before where I thought I got up and got ready for school and I was fully ready. And then I wake up to not only am I not ready, I'm running late now.
You know what's weird? Mine,
Okay,
This is
I'll
so
say missing the
disappointing.
bus isn't a nightmare, but it's a bad dream that
I-
has now seeped into reality and be like,
exactly.
oh,
I would
no.
like to give an example of one of my nightmares that I thought was so real.
What?
So-
Become
Okay, so when I have
alive.
nightmares, they're bad. They're very bad. And it was like to a point when I was like a youth that I actually didn't want to go to sleep because of how bad they used to get.
Oh.
But so one time I had a nightmare about like actual zombie apocalypse.
Nice.
And then I woke up thinking it was like real.
I
So
do
what
that all the
what I
time.
used to do is that I would walk outside my room quietly. I would look around and I'd be like, okay, this checks out. I would go to every room in the house. Like, okay, this checks out. I look at my phone for the news. I'm like, okay, this checks out. It's not real. It's a dream. Like that's
Yeah,
how bad
I
my
do that
nightmares
now.
get.
I do that now. I step out of my room like, is anyone home? And then
And then he looks for beans.
yes.
No.
You just go
He
into your
knows
secret
exact-
compartment of beans.
Can-
He knows
we actually
exactly where
stop-
the beans are.
Can we stop talking about beans? I'm very hungry right now.
Well,
For beans?
Anything really. But no, like I do remember there have been instances. I don't remember what the nightmares were because why would your brain remember a dream ever? It doesn't. But like I've woken up, or no, I've done that thing where it's like a dream inside of a dream,
Oh no.
where
Yeah.
I have this dream about like ghosts or demons or something. I wake up, I'm like, no, this is real. I don't want to. I can't. I'm not equipped to deal with this now. Then I'll wake up again. I'm like, both dreams, got it. I'm so fascinated because I don't like there's meaning behind them or
I don't know
whatever.
why. I just
but they're just so interesting.
this gave me a random thought. So
Share it, please.
Mexicans are very paranoid and spiritual like people. So you
Okay.
guys understand like the concept of a dream catcher, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so I had something like that, except when I was a kid. You know how kids sleep with stuffed animals?
Yes.
So I would have this one stuffed animal and I would go to sleep with it. But once I started having this reoccurring nightmare, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to switch stuffed animals. So when I would get rid of one and I go back to I have a new one, I don't get the reoccurring ones anymore.
Interesting.
But every time it would start again, I would get a new stuffed animal. But one time I made the mistake of going to sleep with an old one. And when I slept with the old one, I would that night I would have the reoccurring nightmare.
Relating
But
to that
but
stuffed
like,
animal.
yeah, like for example, if I had this one doll I called the Emma doll. That night my nightmare with that one would be like, for example, a woman in a black dress. But if I had my giant lizard, it would be a nightmare of a haunted stuffed animal.
That is
But when
so
I would go
weird.
back to sleep with that first doll, the one with the woman in black dress, I would have that same exact nightmare
You should bring that up on Jake's show,
on Jake's show.
Midnight Deep Dive.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely
So to
something.
this day, if like I mean I don't have they're in my closet now, but for example, if I did put those stuffed animals on my bed and I were to fall asleep with it now, like next to me, I would have that reoccurring nightmare again. So I refuse to have
in a
old stuffed
true
animals.
sense, in a true test of masochism, you can put multiple ones on your bed.
It's gonna be a multiverse of nightmares. All my nightmares into one.
What am I'm feeling haunted stuffed animal and black dress lady tonight. Here we go.
You guys can tell why
That
I'm
sounds
into
like a Palais
spookies.
Royale album.
You guys can see why I'm so into spookies.
It's like I'm not equipped to deal with it, but I'm so fascinated by all of it. It's so
Spooky.
interesting. But my mind's like, yeah, no, please stop.
And then one day I was introduced to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like a big thing we used to do in elementary school, there was this aftercare program where you stayed after school and waited for your parents to pick you up. But like every so often, people would start telling ghost stories. And I'm like, I'm terrified, but interested. Please continue. But also, I really should be walking away. I hate it because it's so cool. But I'm like, no.
That was me when I started watching horror movies. Like my first horror movie was Alien. I'm like, this is terrifying, but I want to know more.
Exactly. It's weird. I don't understand it.
You're there. You know why? It's because you're there for the lore.
Yeah. Emol,
Yeah.
do you have anything related to that? Any dream or weird dream or nightmare occurrences?
The spookies.
Like just in general.
Yeah, like I said, like I
Um,
dreamed things where I'm like you said, you dreamt and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I didn't actually get ready despite what I dreamt.
Yeah, I had a lot of those, and I've definitely had a lot of instances where I just have like normal conversations with people, and then I get up and I'll like talk to them about something relating to the conversation I had, and then the person's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, what?
Interesting.
And apparently we didn't have that conversation. I also have had a recurring dream, at least two types of reoccurring dreams, and one of them, oh no, both of them are in hotels. It's very weird. And then there's this one where I was little and I was in an elevator and I was with my mom and a ton of stuffed animals, and all the stuffed animals fell. They went all over the elevator, and my mom just kept walking out of the elevator, and I didn't know what to do. And that's happened multiple times, but I haven't had one of those dreams
It's
recently.
a dream though.
It was a dream.
Okay.
And that never actually happened.
Weird.
But then there's this other one in a hotel, and the whole hotel is like black marble, and it's really
Oh.
pretty, and
like
it has
Order the Phoenix.
I
Okay.
couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I see that.
But then there's like gold accents and whatever, and there's this, I remember specifically there's an elevator that is so big, I don't like like a high school gym. It's like the size of that, and the floor
An elevator the size.
an
of that.
elevator the size of the
Okay.
gym, and the floor is glass,
Oh,
and there's no sides.
interesting.
So you get on the elevator and you could just kind of like stand in the middle and you just go up. And I specifically remember the elevator, and I don't really know why. And then I remember the hallways. And like I can't perfectly describe it, but I could picture it in my head right now. And I'm like, where did this hotel come from? Because I've had dreams set in this hotel many times.
Right.
Another thing, I will have dreams about the schools that I've gone to, but somehow one of the classrooms always ends up in my household.
Nate just walked in here
Hi.
like he owns the place.
He actually
I mean, if you think
does.
about it,
I don't.
All right, Nate Williams
Hi.
is here. Nate,
I'm talking about dream hotels.
I know. I was listening for like the last hour.
Oh, hi.
hi. Thank you.
I
Who
woke up early enough
cares?
for King's Chaos, but not early enough for work.
yeah.
I'm currently not at work. My boss texted me and the other person on the shift and said, "Hey, I'm not in today, but just working the Excel sheet." And I'm like, "All right, I just won't come in to work."
Nice.
Valid. I know you're here, and that's
So-
what matters.
Have you had anything happen to you that you can't explain? Like walking outside at your house at 3 a.m. thinking your
Freaking-
parents were out there, crawling into the middle of a busy road, whatever Emol said. Oh yeah, pencil ghost.
Just about everything you guys are talking about, I have had one. I was just focused on making witty comments in the show discussion chat.
Oh, I've been
Um,
missing out on
sorry,
those.
But no, it's fine. Because I was kind of going off, and I also didn't wear a jacket on the way here because my body's apparently too hot to wear a jacket. So I just don't have to wear one. My
Well,
hands are still
don't
cold.
worry, it's like a crisp 90 in here.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see.
It's because Nate's here.
No, it
Cool.
was 90 before then.
Now it's 100.
Hey,
Let's see. Sleep paralysis. I definitely had a few. I've had demons before, but I know the feeling of sleep paralysis when I wake up and I'm like, well, I want to move, but I physically can't.
Yeah.
And that's when I get like, oh god. And I'm usually just like face down on my pillow, and it sucks.
You just like low key can't breathe.
Yeah, a little. I'm just like,
Here's
I
the
would
thing,
like to move
though.
now.
Sleeping on your stomach is like the most comfortable position.
I can't do that.
Really?
I can't sleep on my stomach or on my back because my scoliosis is just like no, you can't do that.
So I wake up
I don't.
on my I wake up on my stomach a lot, and I'm just like, well, my neck hurts now. Um, I'm trying to remember all the other dreams I've had because I actually just had one about a zombie apocalypse.
Have those
Yeah,
often.
just last night. Though at the end, I like turned into like a I don't even know what, but I just remember for some reason, Dog Days Are Over was playing over a
Oh, the
Zombie
classic dream
apocalypse.
stage transition.
yeah.
Do you guys ever have like a cinematic moment in your dreams where
Of
it's just
course.
like it's a cinematic
Always.
masterpiece?
Yes.
My
Yes.
all my nightmares are like that. It's like in perfect condition.
I don't dream.
And I remember all my nightmares.
I don't dream too often anymore, but in that little bit between consciousness and falling asleep, I get like ideas for stuff,
Hmm.
which is really horrible because like I'm gonna go to sleep now. What if you'd made this into a song? I'm like, okay, getting up to write it down.
When I was
Happened
like
last night too.
very deep into wanting to become a filmmaker, every time I would have a crazy nightmare, I wrote it down because I remember Wes Craven did that. And so I actually have a list
Is that how
of
we have Nightmare on Elm Street?
that, and because he read a story about teens dying in their sleep.
Yes, I
Right.
do remember.
But I will start doing that because I actually have like a list of I always wanted to make what's it called, a connected mini series of my nightmares all connecting to each other, and I forgot where I put that list.
Oh,
But it's like I remember it in the back of my head of all the nightmares.
that's awesome.
See, Kyle,
I've
you're
always wanted to
lucky.
do that.
You get to make those ideas with sleep. I make them at 4 a.m. and then sleep. I
Oh no.
when I dream, I'm just like, oh, I'm here now because I can control my dreams a lot. Now.
Oh, lucky. I don't think I've ever lucid dreamed.
Dreamt.
Dreamed?
Dreamt?
Lucid
Dreamt.
Dreamed.
That doesn't sound right
Dreamed.
either.
Anyway,
I wear a mask with a
I-
smile.
I-
for hours.
I also don't like going to sleep because
Really?
It's
Could have
like-
never guessed.
well, no, it's not. So, calm down.
Mood.
Calm down,
It's not
Kyle.
so that I don't want to dream or I'm scared of having nightmares. More so, I'm just like, well, what if I have a bad dream though? And I'm like, well, I don't wanna. So
That's
I
fair.
just like,
Solution? No.
Freshman
Kinda
year,
like-
me in high
Kind of
school.
like I don't want to go back to my room in fear of what I'll come to.
yes. If it was just
Nobody,
a,
Kyle.
it was just a like a
Last night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. I would watch YouTube videos to go to sleep. And there would be like a time where just like I wouldn't dream. It would just be like teleporting from one point in time to the next.
Nice.
So if I was going to sleep and I was like in the middle of me closing my eyes, I'm just like, what if I have a bad dream though? Then I just turn on my phone
Ah,
and I'm just like, well, now it's gonna be bad. And I don't want it to be. And even in a nightmare, I can still like control it somewhat, but I'm just like, I'm still here. I don't have
Yeah.
the power to like change the entire setting of my
Right.
dream, unfortunately.
I embrace
just
the
happens.
nightmares.
yeah.
I'm just there, and I can like, my brain gives me like a setting. I'm just like, oh, improv, yeah, you know.
I think Emol's brain just did the falling thing.
What is the falling thing? you guys
It's
talking
when you're
about?
falling in a dream and
And you
then
go,
before you hit the ground, your body just goes.
Oh,
Your body just jolts.
What is it?
I had the same idea.
Spooky.
My mom.
Thanks,
Oh
thanks,
my
Jody.
What are we
goodness.
looking at?
thanks,
All
Jody.
right. Well, as we wrap up another episode of King's Cast, the
Oh,
second
no.
consecutive week in a row, we've had a surprise guest at the end. Last week was Ben, but I've been joined with
But
Marty
this
Zuniga, Emily McCormack,
Hi.
and Nate Williams. Have a great day, everybody.